Good morning. You guys can see what a disaster my desk is. What are you guys up to? What is happening? I have gotten a couple new lipsticks for us to try. I think I told you yesterday I am looking for something kind of similar to Unique's Well To Do. And so, yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking for. Got good morning. I am so ready for Christmas and Christmas break. Obviously, I'm not off like the whole time the kids are gone or anything, but I am off for like 5 days. So it's crazy because it's like, obviously today's only Tuesday, but I feel like so ready for the weekend, which I don't know, to me I'm like, how can I be that ready for the weekend? I've worked one day, but I think it's just like when you know you have a short week and then you're like ready for it, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, good morning. Are you off for Christmas? Are you working? I know like nurses, doctors, you're gonna probably be working. Any kind of emergency response, probably have to work. My dad actually is a miner and he has to work. And what are you up to? So I'm excited because Cody's older brother will be coming tomorrow, and my one little nephew and my youngest son are like such good friends, so they are really excited to hang out and see each other. So that'll be fun. Today, I'm just going to go to work, and then my goal is to wrap anything I have left, everything I have left, and kind of sort out, anything else that I don't have to wrap, and then we are as ready for Christmas as we're going to get. The boys have their school party today, so we were kind of, running around a little this morning, trying to, figure all of that out. I'm just going to make sure I'm on the right page. I'm sure I am, but I do this, every day, I swear. Why is it so hard to comment? Yeah, okay. Anyways, they have their Christmas parties this morning, so they do, a secret Santa gift exchange. And then when my kids are in elementary school, I always get their teacher a Christmas gift. I don't do that once they're in junior high and high school because they have, a bunch of teachers, they change classes throughout the day. And so we got that, and then Carve told me Carver's my youngest son, and my youngest in general, I guess I only have one daughter, but he told me yesterday at 3:45 that he was on treats for today. And we were leaving which wouldn't be that bad, but we were leaving for a basketball game at 4. So anyways, we went to the store this morning, and not exactly the best, but we just got 3 packs of cookies, just prepackaged cookies, you know what I mean? And then a 12-pack of Sprite, and I think that's all he got. He wanted to get donuts, but the only donuts in the store, we live in a small town, were frozen solid. They were in the freezer section, so he couldn't get donuts. But I think the cookies and the drinks will be fine. And then he also wanted to get his teacher a Diet Pepsi to add to her gift bag because apparently she loves Diet Pepsi, according to him. Good morning, Mom. So we did that, and then Ridge got a drink and a snack to put into, because Ridge is a little older, he's in junior high, but since it's such a small school, everyone still does gift exchange, even when Zuri was in high school, you know what I mean? They still do their gift exchange. The kid that he got only wanted a Fortnite gift card, so I just ordered him that, and then he got him a little snack bag and a drink to go in it. So yeah, good morning, Mom. Good morning, Maristella. Good morning, Robin. Wonder why I'm not getting notifications anymore. I don't know, Robin. This happens a lot, actually. So it's you turn notifications on, and then for whatever reason, they just turn off, and then you have to go turn them back on. I don't know what the reason is, but you're not the only one that happens to. So if you go turn them back on, then it should work again, but I know that is kind of annoying because it's if you never turned them off, why are they turning off? Alright, let's try another e.l.f. lip liner that I got. And then I got this. It was actually really cheap too. It's just a Rimmel London lipstick. And I thought this might be a good sub for well-to-do because I want something that doesn't have a pink undertone. And this is like pretty gold. And I actually also ordered this. It's kind of hard online, you know what I mean? Wet n Wild one, but it's definitely more of a pinky color. Not that it won't be pretty, it's just not really what I was going for. And then I took a risk and I ordered a couple on Shein. This is like full-blown pink, clearly. It was not supposed to be. So yeah, I don't know. And then I got these two, which they were probably like $1 or something. Good morning, Marla. How are you? Mascara already? I just got the notification. I just did most of my makeup before I got on here, Maristella, so you didn't miss much. I mostly was just going to show you this new lip, and then I was thinking I would maybe do this with you, if you guys want. I don't know. Okay, this is the e.l.f. lip liner in the shade Dark Cocoa, and I will link both of these just so you guys know, but this is the Rimmel London shade 6. So anyways, this looks like a really promising brown to me. I've been looking for something that's a comparable lip combo to this old brown lip eyeliner actually that Unique had that I used to use, paired with Well-To-Do. Well-To-Do is out of stock. So that's what we're looking for. Maybe we'll even find something better. Yeah, you didn't miss anything, Maristella. I am ready for the break. I'm going to be so lazy in the morning. That's what I'm looking forward to. Until my brother-in-law's family is on the way, I'm going to be hanging out in my PJs. That's what I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning. I just started a new book, so I'm going to be reading that, doing nothing. Okay, I actually really like that. What do you guys think of that brown? And then this looks really good, actually. It kind of smells good. This is definitely more sheer than Well-To-Do and definitely more gold. But I still think that's kind of pretty. Hi, Corinne. You never lazy in the morning. Oh, I definitely am, Mom. I wish that was the case. I love a lazy morning. Thank you, Marla. I know, isn't that actually kind of fun? I'll add a link to it in the description, but it was actually cheap too, because I was looking at a different one, a L'Oreal one, that wasn't that much. It was like $15 or something. But when I searched, like, whatever that was, that came up as a recommendation. And I was like, oh, I actually like that even better, because the L'Oreal one that I was looking at, I don't even remember the name, so I couldn't even guess it. But it looked like it had a little bit of that pinky undertone where I was like, that's not, I just don't want that pinky to it, you know what I mean? And so when that popped up, I was like, oh my gosh, that actually looks perfect. Should we do our hair or not? What do you guys think? I actually have time where I wouldn't have to rush through it with you. Or should we just call it a morning? I love that lip combo. I'm definitely happy with that one. I will, Mom. Good morning, Marty. I gotta grab my blow dryer thing. I actually have so much stuff that I need to like make videos for, but I am kind of in vacation mode, to be honest with you. I'm kind of in my like, I'm ready for the break, and yeah. Let's do our hair, I guess. Okay, if you haven't seen this yet, I will link it. It is my latest obsession. This is the turbo style, and it has 6 attachments. It reminds me, it's a lot like a Dyson Airwrap like dupe. Don't get me wrong, it's still kind of spendy, so I'm not trying to say that it's not, but the Dyson Airwrap is like, I don't know, $600 or something crazy. This is $289, and it comes with 6 attachments, and yeah, if anyone else wore your outfit, they'd look homeless. Love your funky style. Thank you, Robin. Honestly, the shirt is a little big for this, but I'm like, whatever. So I'm kind of one of those people that once I'm dressed, I'm not usually going to get, I think I'm out of this. I was going to say, I don't think I'm going to get, maybe I'll get a couple squirts out of it. Once I am dressed, this is just glass hair, the thermal blowout primer, but it is literally like, I mean, I can't even hear anything. Whatever's coming out must just be what was left in like the little tube. But anyways, sometimes I will change, but a lot of times once I put an outfit on, I just keep wearing it, even if I don't like it. Let's go with a little thermal agent for heat protection, since that is clearly empty. Thermal agent is Lange's alcohol-free heat protection. It's actually, oddly enough, probably my least favorite one. For some reason, it has a little bit more of a sticky feel on my hair than the other ones, but sometimes that can work out because it almost adds a little bit of a hold. So yeah, it's not that I don't like it or like I hate it or anything, but like of the Lange options, it's probably my least favorite. Marla, yeah. I definitely have some outfits that I'm like, it's not giving what you thought it was, girl. But a simple outfit, that's just too boring for me. Unless if it's like summer and I'm just, like wearing a bunch of gold jewelry and like a plain tank top, then that would be fine. But, I don't know. It's easier to kind of come up with funkier outfits in the winter, for sure. Okay, we're going to section. And right now, all I'm going to do is blow dry like 90%. So, everything on this tool, it's similar to like the Le Volume or Multi-Series, any of those. Everything is blow dry and style, but you don't ever want your hair to be wet and directly onto hot metal for like extended periods of time. So even in a blow dry tool, either rough dry it or let it air dry to at least a good amount. It doesn't have to be dry, you know what I mean? But you don't want, like, if your hair is dripping wet, hit it with the blow dryer first. You do not want that on metal for an extended period of time. So we're gonna dry, and we're just gonna kind of rough dry it. Mostly I get the roots, like, I try to get the roots all the way dry so that doesn't, like, weigh my style down. And then if there's a little dampness left in the ends, I'm not worried about that because the tool will dry that just fine. Good morning, Darla. Thank you, Marla. So I'm mostly focusing the roots. That's what I want to make sure is dry because, in my opinion, the styling tools don't get quite all the way up to the scalp. And so I focus at the roots, and then whatever little bit of dampness is left after I get the roots, the tool will dry that for me. But I want the roots completely dry. Thank you, Darla. We actually just did that right before you got on. So I'm going to add a link to it. We wanted to try it out first, but I will add a link to the description. This is the only bad thing about doing like blow dry tools live is I feel like I have to like yell so you guys can hear me, but I just want to show it to you because I've made a few short tutorials, but I feel like seeing it in live will make it I don't know, so you guys can see it. I thought it would be a lot trickier to learn and like to figure out how to do this, since it's kind of a unique tool to any other hot tools I've used, you know what I mean? And I was actually surprised at how easy it really was. So that's why I want to show it to you. I used this on Zuri's hair, you guys, and it was so pretty. I can post I have a little video I need to edit for it, but I can post a picture when I get off of here. It was gorgeous. So for anyone wondering if it works on long hair, it definitely does. It was so pretty. Probably my favorite, like, style for her long hair that we've done. It just looks so bouncy and so gorgeous. I loved it. Sorry, this is kind of boring, guys. I'm just making sure my roots are completely dry. I don't want any dampness at all, because I know that'll kind of like pull my hair down and take away like that bounce and stuff if I have damp going down my hair, you know what I mean? So another thing this tool comes with is a bag and a glove to put your entire tool in and all your attachments. And then the other attachments it comes with are like kind of like little volume brushes, like different size and different shape brushes to do like blowout looks. And then obviously the blow dry attachment, and then these as well. So this is what I've been doing lately. Let's see. It has a little arrow on it, so that'll tell you which way the wind is going, I believe. And this tool it gets hot. So I don't want to say do not burn yourself, but it doesn't get that hot. Like, I literally set it in my lap. The max temp is 250 degrees. And then you can also do lighter than that, or lower than that as well. So it's very, like, I would assume gentle on the hair, because it's like hot air that's styling it. It's not like hot metal in the way of like a normal tool. Like, yes, these get hot, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? It's like squeezing your hair between two hot titanium plates. Like, it's just basically hot air styling your hair. Okay. So I've been going towards my face with this, which I think is this way, but we'll just have to test it out. There's a style and a dry setting, so I just flipped it up to style, and then let's see. Yeah. So see, if you put your hair, it's like a hot air vacuum, and your hair will just wrap around it. Everything I had seen, I was kind of like, how does that work? Because in my mind, I was thinking of like a blow dryer, which blows air out. It's kind of like in and out, depending on where it's suctioning. And then once you think you've held it long enough to style, you're going to hit this little snowflake. And that's going to start a countdown. And basically it bursts like some cool air onto the hair and then locks it in. So that'll count down, and then to restart the tool and go to the next section, you just hit that little snowflake again. So that's what we're going to do. If you have any hair like that one that just didn't go on it, just lift it up towards the top of the tool, and then you can kind of like slowly come out to the ends and work them on. But it's pretty good at like just suctioning everything up. And I am not the expert with it, you guys. This is the first tool I've ever used like this. So there could be other tips that I'm missing, but as far as right now, it's pretty like self-explanatory. I don't know about self-explanatory, but it's pretty easy. And then you just let your hair down. And then to go towards my face again, I'm going to actually take this off and switch to this side, because the only difference in these two barrels is not the size or anything, it's the direction that it blows. So like the air blows. Again, push that little snowflake. We're going to let that hair wrap around. And it'll kind of like keep picking hair up as you go. It's not like a curling iron where you have like very definitive different sections, if that makes sense. Like it'll kind of just keep picking hair up, as you can see. And then hit the snowflake. As far as like how long you leave it on, I would say just kind of play around with it, see what works best for your hair. I have mine set on 250 degrees, but you know, you could definitely try the cooler temps if you want to. I just think it would probably take a little bit longer because obviously it's less heat. So yeah, trying to get this one to cooperate, but it doesn't want to go up there. There we go. It doesn't want to go around the tool. There, I think I got it. But I hold it for maybe 5-10 seconds. It gets a little hot, like when it's by your ear, so I just kind of hold it back because obviously it's like air blowing. And then how it's shutting off like that, that's automatic. So that is on the cool shot. It does do a little countdown, and it will count for you. I do find it's easier with brushed hair. I just think it gives a lot prettier curl and bounce versus like if your hair is all tangled up. I feel like it would just kind of look a little messy. So yeah, I like to just brush right before I go on. And it's really that easy. Like I said, it's kind of like a vacuum. Like it blows air in and out somehow at the same time. I don't know how it works. Probably someone, well, definitely someone way smarter than me invented this as far as the air suction, but it just works really, really well. And it gives you like the craziest bounce ever. And I would say the sections I do are similar to like if I was curling my hair. Like not really a whole lot different than the volume, the curl. Anytime I'm curling, it just kind of spreads the hair out more. But if you do a really wide section, what you have to remember is once that hair pulls apart, only really the ends are going to be curled. So if you want more definition, you're going to want to do smaller sections. But if you want like a big loose curl, then you're going to want to do bigger sections. So that really just kind of depends on the look you're going for, I guess. Right, Marla? It's so, like, interesting because it's such, like, a unique curl. Nothing else makes my hair, like, this separated in a curl and, like, in turn, I feel like makes it very, like, bouncy looking. So it's just definitely interesting and fun to use because it's something different. You guys know I love, like, wavers and stuff, and I think those are, like, such fun hairstyles, but this is really fun too, just because it's like so different. And as you guys can see, it's pretty easy. I wasn't really sure because I do have like really fine hair, so I thought I wasn't sure how that would work. Like if my hair would just get really tangled up. Because if I use like a really powerful blow dryer, especially on like max speed or something, it just, yes, it dries my hair, but it's in like the biggest tangled up mess ever, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it looks good. So, I wasn't really sure what to expect as far as, like, that goes, but I have to say, I do love it. This is the back section, so I just basically am wrapping it around. On the back, I feel like sometimes I have to take a second to see which way is it blowing my hair, because say if I tried to curl away from my face when I have this arrow on, it would just keep like blowing the hair forward. So if you get this and you're like, it's just blowing my hair forward, move the tool to the other side of your hair or swap the barrels. Because all it is it's blowing the air the opposite direction that you're trying to style your hair. And to change the tool, you just turn this little knob and it just comes right out. Or to change the attachment. I wasn't even sure if I would fix my hair today, but I'm glad I am, since I actually have the time for once. Okay, letting it wrap around, and I just kind of slowly, if I have any pieces like that, I'll just grab them and move them up a little higher on the tool. And this one's wanting to make me a liar. If I have to, I'll do like another section or something, but I feel like usually I can get it all. This is just kind of a longer section. I was just going to tell you guys something. Oh, I don't know. I guess I was just going to say I'm glad I'm fixing my hair. Again, just kind of like let that hair wrap around. When I'm doing this, it's because I can see straight pieces. So I'm just trying to give it a chance to wrap around the tool, and it usually does. But yeah, as long as you're holding your hair on the way that the tool is going to suction, it's not going to just blow around, but I'll show you guys an example. Just so when you get the tool, if this happens, you're not like, I knew it wouldn't be that easy. So say if the air is going this way, right? And if I tried to like curl away from my face, if I hold it like this, look, it's just gonna, it's still wrapped around, but if you have like a big section, it'll just kind of like blow the hair away. So if that happens, all you have to do is move the tool to the other side of your hair that you're on. And if you love like the 90s blowout, that kind of look, this is like the perfect tool. This and the Glam Wave. They actually redid the Glam Wave, you guys, and I liked the Glam Wave before, so I wasn't someone with complaints on it by any means, but whew, it is good now. Like, I'm like, whoa, that is actually kind of crazy how good it is. Yeah, that is also another great option if you love that kind of like 90s blowout bouncy look. The Glam Wave or the Turbo Style would definitely be my top two choices for that, for sure. I'm looking in a mirror, so I'm like trying to see if I have any straight pieces blowing around. Thank you, Jamie. We just did that right before, or at the beginning of this video before I started doing my hair. So I will make sure to link that up in the description, and then if you want to grab it, or if you want to see me apply it, it'll just be at the beginning of this video once I get off. I actually think we got a really good option there with that one, and it was not expensive either because the lipstick was Rimmel London, which is like $3 a lipstick. Cannot beat that. And then the lip liner is e.l.f., which is also very affordable. So, super excited about that. I'm happy anytime I find a good color, and you guys know I'm fine spending more on makeup, but I'm also really excited if I find like a good cheap option. The only thing I will say I've never really been impressed with cheap is eyeshadow. I personally have never found one that truly compares to good eyeshadow. I'm not saying they're not out there, I just guess I haven't found them yet. But yeah. Alright, let's do this back piece. Which direction will you go? See, that's trying to go the opposite way, I can tell. No! And if you didn't want to change out the tool, if you hold it upside down, it'll technically go the direction you need. So that's up to you. If you're like not wanting to change the attachment. But I'm going to go ahead and just change the attachment. Just because it's a little easier for me. And like I said, this does come with the glove, so if you're kind of worried like with all the attachment changing and stuff, don't be, because you can always throw the glove on if you are more comfortable with that. I kind of feel like this is too thick to be one section, so I'm just trying to split it up a little bit. Are you guys ready for Christmas, or are you still shopping? I'm as ready as I'm going to be. If I forgot anything, if I missed anything up, at this point, it is what it is. I'm not going to be getting any more prepared than I am. So, whatever I've got, that's what I'm making do with, and that's what my kids are getting. Piece is already curled. When I'm styling, even though it's kind of like looks a little crazy right now, I try to just leave it while I'm doing my hair, just like I do with like any other tool, so I can just let it set and really like lock into place. You could also pin your curls if you wanted extra volume and stuff. Done shopping, yay. What did you ask for, Chris? Did you mean my husband? His name's Cody, but close enough. I asked him for a walking pad. Like, they're kind of like, they're similar to like a treadmill, but way smaller and more like compact. So that's what I asked for. And will I be one of those people that never uses it? Probably. But I don't know. I need to. In the summer, I like walk everywhere, like not everywhere, but you know, to the store, the pool, work. Like I walk a lot. And I don't know, I just always feel so much better in the summer. For one, I'm just a summer girl. Like I'm just kind of made to be in the sun, you know what I mean? But for two, I think it's also that I'm like moving a lot more. Oh, what did you ask for Christmas? I see what you're saying, Tracy. I have a hairdryer curler like this, and it gets so hot I can't touch it. Otherwise, I love it. I think I'm going to buy a different one to compare. Oh, yeah. See, this one, it gets hot. Don't get me wrong, but, like, oh, my gosh. Spam calls are... I just declined it, and why is it still making my phone vibrate? It's like, yes, if I, like, full-on just grabbed it and held onto it, it would burn. But this is nothing compared to, like, a curling iron. You know, as far as that kind of heat. Sorry, guys. I usually put my phone on silent, but apparently I must have it on vibrate. And then it comes with a glove. So if you're worried, or maybe if you're, like, extra sensitive to, like, heat or something, I would just throw the glove on, you know what I mean? Like, this gets kind of warm, but it's not like, I mean, it's not like if you touch the waver to your face or curling iron to your neck, you know what I mean? It's not that kind of warm. Look at that one, perfection. Okay, we're gonna turn that off. We can always turn it back on. Whoa, we're not going to be using this whip styling mousse. We would have needed to use that at the beginning. Here's some Move It texture spray. So I think I'll just kind of hold up And one thing about hairspray and texture spray, a lot of people just hold it like this and squirt, and it's like, yeah, you're getting this part of your hair really good. But sometimes they forget, like, you gotta start at the end and kind of work your way up. So just something to think about if you are in the middle of your hair. Like, if you feel like, oh, my hair never holds. A lot of people just hold like this and just go, like, back and forth, and you're only getting, like, right here. So just make sure you're kind of, like, moving that hairspray as you're going to kind of, or whatever you're using. This is a texturizing spray. To kind of get it all over, you know what I mean? I like this because it doesn't, like, dry my hair out at all, but it definitely still adds a lot of texture and volume. And it's not hairspray, but I personally feel like it does add some hold. Probably just because it adds a little bit of grip, you know, to my really, like, fine hair. Because fine hair is typically very soft, so it doesn't have a lot of, like, stick, you know? Okay, we have the worst lighting ever because my new light still hasn't come, but that's kind of what it looks like. Thank you, Marla. Hopefully the back looks good. I actually can't see it. I am going to add just a little bit of Trois Chic. This is actually coming back, guys, in a new bottle. But I want to use this giant one up. I just sprayed that. It only went on my hand. I could tell. Alright, here's our final look. It will fall a little bit, so I'm just kind of like getting it where the product is where I want it. But that is our final look. I'm going to go say bye to Zuri. I think she's going with Cody for the day, and say bye to him. But that's kind of what it looks like. So you can play around with it. If you like the kind of 90s blowout look like this, I feel like going towards your face is better. If you like the more like modern look, going away from your face is better. But to me, this gives more of that like 90s kind of shape, you know what I mean? And the only key is that I'm going towards my face, like everyone says not to. Isn't that so bouncy? Thank you, Andrea. What's it called again? Turbo Style, Move It Texture Spray. Trois Chic hairspray, which now looks like this. Hopefully this is launched. I think it has. But anyways, it's coming back, so. Alright, friends. Thank you so much. Alright, you guys are the best. That definitely gives you more volume. Oh, for sure. For sure. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And if I don't get on before then, a Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year. I'll be on before the New Year. Whatever, though. Whatever you're celebrating, I hope it is great and you have fun and good food. And yeah, that's it for today. We are ready to rock out this Tuesday that is a Friday. It's going to drag on. I just know it. But I'm very lucky to have some days off, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, there's our final look. Bye, guys.